There's no way to say this without upsetting a few people, but someone must. Fallout 2 is a good game, but it's not a good sequel. That's a bold claim to make, I know. You're so used to hearing praise about Fallout 2. That praise isn't unwarranted, though not all of it is true. We're humans, and humans are biased creatures. The reason why your parents loved your sibling more?
You stupid. Jet, motherfucker, Jet. You're talking to its maker, its creator, its god.
Human bias. That's what happened with the Fallout series. Fallout 1 was like you. It was serious, original, and wasn't keen on wasting your time. While Fallout 2 was like your sibling. They're funnier, since all they do is waste your time repeating Reddit humor.
Oh, you a wise guy, huh?
Let's drop this metaphor and dive into my first point of discussion. Fallout 1's story and setting was dark and cruel. The best moment that summarizes this point is the ending. You save everyone in your vault, twice. You save them from dying of thirst, and from an army of hostile super mutants. You are a hero to everyone, and you should be celebrated on your return home. Instead, your welcoming is being thrown out. All because you threaten your government's power.
You've done it. That's wonderful, amazing. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished, what you've endured. There's no way the people of the Vault can ever thank you enough for what you've done. You've saved all our lives. Who knows? Maybe even saved the human race. Yes. That makes the rest of this even harder. Everyone will want to talk to you. Every youngster will look up to you and want to emulate you. And then what? They'll want to leave. What happens to the Vault if we lose the best of a generation? What if we are the only safe place in the world? You just gave us back all these lives. I can't take the chance of losing them. I've made a lot of tough decisions since I took this position, but none of them harder than this one. You saved us, but you'll kill us. I'm sorry. You're a hero, and you have to leave.
You could say that might be reading a little too deeply into the ending, and I would reply, well, I'm an English major, and no, I'm not in denial it was a mistake getting it. You know what is in denial? Fallout 2 trying to have a consistent tone. How do I best explain this? Let me give you an example of Fallout 2's inconsistency. Here's a town, Broken Hills, a small mining community in the middle of nowhere. Not everything here is all fine and dandy though. The sheriff around these parts is Marcus, a super mutant.
I'm Marcus. Helped build the place. Now I'm sheriff.
After the master was destroyed, super mutants didn't really know what to do. So like the little commies they are, they decided to mine for some uranium.
Get out of here, stalker.
The locals thought the place was a lot nicer before all the migrants came, and just like any red, white, and blue eagle screeching, mobility scooter riding, reckless gun toting Americans want them dead. Your role in all this is either supporting a genocide or just turning them into Marcus.
Right. Me and my deputies will take it from here, and thanks.
Or just not involving yourself. Fast forward to when you meet the Enclave. You know the Enclave, right? They're the remnants of the US government. They operate in secret, have advanced technology, have super soldiers, and are currently plotting in a sinister scheme. And here we are now, about to sneak into their hidden outpost. We'll have to be the shadows. Alright, let's start the mission. Damn, we've been spotted. Just keep cool, and... He's mistaken us for a new recruit. And he's telling us that we should change into the new armor. Alright, cool, now we're granted free roam of this base. Soon we meet a Deathclaw prisoner. He's been horrifically experimented on and now he's just waiting for death. The man responsible for all this? One, Dr. Schreber. He takes great pleasure in of all of his patients he's performing live surgeries, vivisections, and dissections on. Everyone else on the base got a little bit disturbed by Dr. Mangala's screaming patients. The base commander ordered the room to be soundproofed in response. It was in vain, of course, since nothing can ever stop the screaming on the inside. We also meet Sergeant Durand. Surely, he's gonna question us on why we're just running around everywhere.
I am not his sir! I work for a living, you moron! You will call me Sergeant or Sergeant Dornan. Do you understand me? Outstanding. Proceed on the double to the hangar, where you will stand guard duty. You will do a fine job. Do you understand? You moron! You are not to question my orders. When I say jump, you jump. When I say fight, you fight. When I tell you to die for your country, then you will certainly die. Have I made myself clear?
Nope. Instead, he's just a sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. Hold on, I'm sorry, but is all this a joke? I thought the Enclave was supposed to be this super secret elite organization. The answer is no, and we finally arrived to Fallout 2's biggest problem. All of its fucking pop culture references it has. It's everywhere, man, starting from Dr. Strangelove's Slim Pickett to fighting Mike Tyson, a dwarf named Stuart Little, reading reports from Captain Picard and a Colonel Sanders, and so much more. It's like a virus. Thankfully it's not, or there'd be a new COVID variant named Pop COVID. Everybody, instead of being in poor health, would just make pop culture references and be poor. Oh wait. Impending crisis aside, Fallout 2's pop culture references even show up at the end of the game. You have George Bush's vice president, Daniel Quayle.
We all lived in this century. I didn't live in this century, but in this century's history.
And the president himself, Dick Richardson. Haha, very funny. But will you be laughing when Dick Dixon kills everyone in the world with a virus that he's going to spread through the wind until it completes
Complete global saturation.
The leader of the free world wants to kill everyone with a completely unbelievable idea. That's what I would be saying if this wasn't 2022. Yeah, I know you saw that one coming, shut up. You see the point I'm trying to make here? Fallout 1's main villain wanted to save humanity. Okay? It was a pretty horrible and justifying the means of type of saving, but his logic was justifiable. He was not unreasonable. You could argue with the master on his vision and show him the flaws in it, resulting in him being reminded of the harsh, cruel realities of his committed atrocities.
I don't think that I can
Continue.
to have done the things I have done in the name of progress and healing. It was madness. I can see that now. Madness.
Madness?
There is no hope. Leave now. Leave while you still have.
Fallout 2's president Rich Dick is an idiot not even worth listening to. I tell you to leave the conversation, but he starts to beg you if you try. This line right here cemented my opinion on Fallout 2.
Oh, that's a shame. Conversation with a genuine mutant like you. It'd certainly paint me a picture of what life's like in that radioactive hell on the mainland.
Because this is where my illusion was broken. This wasn't a character anymore that was talking to me. It was the writers that were talking to me. They were begging me to please stay and listen to what they wrote, because it was just so funny and they worked really hard on it all, and it would just mean so much to them if we all just laughed. And a lot of people did laugh. More power to them. But I didn't laugh. I was just disappointed because I didn't get a true sequel. I got a parody sequel instead. It's a great game on its own, but it fails to continue the themes of Fallout 1. Fallout 2 is where the game's writers and designers weren't confident enough in themselves. They chose the easy way out by not even trying. And that just reminds me of a saying: it's better to try and fail spectacularly than to never try at all.